Hello, and thank you for listening to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Mark Ramone, joined today by Violet Hausthor and our special guest, Tom Buccino. This is a special spotlight show on the Packing House in Willington, Connecticut. And you just heard the amazing Chris Smither with Killing the Blues. Before that, we had Ramblin Dan Stevens with Ramblin'. So let's go to Chris Smither, who's
Oh,
living in Western Mass. Killing the Blues. Amazing.
yeah, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous work here. He always does stuff that is just absolutely incredible. This track was originally on Happier Blue, which came out in '93, but was actually re-released on a live version that is also pretty excellent in 2014.
Chris is one of those artists you got to see live. It's completely different from the recorded version. They're both amazing, but I love listening to him in a live setting. And I
Hmm.
got to see him at the Packing House.
And thank you very much, Mark, for your interview with Chris. We enjoyed that and put it on our site.
How did you get someone like Chris Smither to come out to the Packing House?
Well, I'll tell you, we were trying to get Chris out to our space probably for about 3 years. So we were thrilled. And he has been a real favorite of ours, as well as a number of our board members. And I was getting pressure, to try to get Chris to join us, and we made it happen. And hopefully we can see him again sometime in the future. So,
That'd be amazing, yeah.
And that was a sold out show.
yeah, it was.
And he has a new album coming out in May. We got to hear some of his new songs, a preview of them. They were
Ah,
amazing.
yeah, he's an incredible blues artist and just consistently creates such amazing, beautiful music. And then, of course, we also had before that Dan Stevens with Ramblin' out of Old Lyme, Connecticut, colloquially termed Connecticut's hardest working bluesman by the New York Times.
This is the dirtier side, the of blues. It's really
Mhm.
good rambling music.
And he spends a lot of time on the road, boy, I'll tell you.
And he's been at the Packing House more than once, I believe, right?
Yeah, almost every season he joins us. And, if it wasn't for Ramblin', I wouldn't know what a diddley bow was. So, and, we may have him, we've been talking about him doing a workshop with, putting together a diddley bow or a cigar box guitar.
Hmm.
Um, and hopefully we can make that happen.
And he's an incredibly talented artist, as well as that. Just he's played with a million different artists like Arlo Guthrie, Richie Havens, Charlie Daniels, Ronnie Earl. He's done a lot of work in a lot of different places, and he's just an absolute talent in the blues. He really is.
And respected by other artists. Yeah.
Hmm.
For sure.
So, what are we gonna go to in our last block?
So we're going rounding off the show with some really cool folk and Americana music. We've got Sally Rogers and Claudia Schmidt. We've got Julia Autumn Ford, and we've got Tracy Walton. So let's start things off with Sally Rogers and Claudia Schmidt with Willful Ignorance.